Hello, what is going on, guys? My name is Chuck Butler, and you are tuning into Stock Talk Sunday, where we break down stocks for the upcoming week. Now, as you can see down here on my weekly watch list, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tickers that we're going to be breaking down today. All of the ETFs, DGAS, uh, DGAS, LabD, and Gush, they are going to be on watch for now because uh, the futures and commodities like to move over the weekend, or no, they like to move over the weekend, unlike the common stock. So I would like to a better update for those once Monday comes around. So until then, we're going to be talking about WTI, CPG, GES, COOL, X, and Tesla. That's Tesla, TSLA. All right, let's get to it. Ticker symbol WTI. As you can see on the 4-hour chart, I have pulled up. I have my plan over here to the side. Let me see. From 6 to 6:30, offers 5%. As you can see right here, the resistance at 6, and the next resistance at 6:30, right here. Oh yeah, let me mark that. Da, 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 da. There you go. From 6 to 6:30, offers 5%. My entry, I would like to. Oh wait, no. Let me see. Oh well, yeah, it's resistance. No, more like support. No, it can be resistance. Okay, from 6 to 6:30. Then it offers a total of 5%. My entry would be at 6, and my stop loss would be at, and my exit would be at 6:30, and my stop loss would be at 590. Very tight stop loss for a stock with a low price such as 594. I like to set my stop loss is tight for these types of stocks. Oop, let me turn that away. Okay, so the total percent of margin it has to cover is 5. Now let's look at the 1-hour chart. As you can see, it is making a pennant right here. Higher lows and the same resistance. So what can we expect is a breakout point somewhere near this triangle to continue to trend up and then hit the resistance at 6:30. That's where I want to sell. All right. So let's move on over to ticker symbol CPG. As you can see, I have multiple resistance and support lines drawn for this this ticker. I know it's kind of crazy right now. My bad. Let's see. It has this blue line is acting as support. Now it's resistance since it's trending below. So this could act as resistance. Now let me go ahead and change the color. There you go down. Oh, let me do that one more time. Oh, there you go. Now it's acting as a resistance point. So if that can get above the resistance at 640, I would like to trade this from 640 to 660, even though this has margin up until 7, then 740, then 770. It has a total of 43% plus margin from 640 to 9 to the resistance at 925 all the way up here, but that's going to take about like 2 months to complete that pattern, so that's not what we want to do. My entry would be at 640. My exit would be at 660. My stop loss would be 635, keeping it tight, like my friendships. And my margin, the margin it has to cover will be 3.26%. All right. And just know that it is not confirmed for me an uptrend yet. But as soon as it crosses this blue 25-day EMA, that would be my confirmation. And the MACD is starting to curl up, and it is indicating a buy signal. RSI is pretty low too, so yeah, it's pretty good. Let's move over to the next ticker symbol. Let's move over to the next ticker symbol, GES. As you can see, I have. Oh, my bad. Let me change that color. I like to change the support points to blue so I don't confuse myself, and I understand what range the stock is trading between from if it does have a horizontal pattern. As you can see, there's a horizontal pattern forming right here. Support at 2150, resistance at 23, and also at 2385. That's pretty aggressive. If you're going to sell up here, I would rather be conservative and sell down here and lock in my profits. Let me zoom out. I have this one broken down. I would like to enter this one at 2160 near the support. Exit at 2225. My stop loss will be at 2148, keeping it tight like my friendships. And the margin from 2160 to 2225 offers about 3%, even though from 2150 to 23 offers 6%. I would like to keep my my trading style conservative so I can lock in my profits and stay consistent. Let's move on to the next ticker symbol, COOL. As you can see, my plan is right here. From lows of 24 to highs of 28 offers about 14.5%. I need to change that, my bad. Let me change that real quick. 14.5%. All right. I would like to enter this one at 26 and exit at 26.93. Stop loss at 25.90, keeping it tight like my bike locks. The total percent of margin it has is to cover is 3%. Oh my god, what is that? What was I doing? Who spells margin with a J? Oh my, this is why I failed 3rd grade. Okay, let's see, 3%. Oh wow, I'm bad. Okay, right on. So, my laptop is dying. Give me 1 second. Dell laptops have no battery whatsoever. My god. No, Windows laptops have no batteries. If you get a laptop, I would recommend an Apple if you want the battery life, because oh my god, this has no battery. Anyway, as you can see on the 4-hour chart, there is an ascending uptrend pattern. As you can see, I drew the trend line right here at lows of 1770, and as you can see, it hit a resistance and bounced off of the trend line, and right now it hit a resistance near 28. And what I plan to do with this is, as you can see, the RSI is heading down, the MACD is about to cross over. So you can see it is heading down, and what I'm expecting it to do is hit the trend line once more and start trending back up. So this one is on watch. I'm not wanting to trade this one on Monday because I'm pretty sure the bounce will be on Tuesday, or it might be at the end of Monday. You never know. But I would like to enter this one at 26. Once it can bounce back from that, and can confirm the uptrend from if this ascending uptrend pattern stays true, then the next high we can see is 28, and from the lows of 24. As you can see, their support could possibly form right there from the trend line I drew. From the possible support at 24 to highs of 28 offers 14.5%. Enter at 26, exit at 26.93, stop loss 25.90, and the total percent of margin it has to cover is 3%. All right, let's move on to the next one. Ticker symbol X. This one is the United States Steel Corp. As you can see, this one is also on watch. It has a good amount of margin to cover. Let's see, let's go back. I've not broken this one down yet because I would like to see it get above my alerts first before I even decide to waste my time breaking it down. But I do have previous support and resistance points drawn. I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a resistance now since it's trending below it. There you go. Right now it has no support as of right now. So I want to see it get above 31.08. Right now it is trending above the 25-day EMA, but I want an even better confirmation before I decide to partake in the trade. So that one's on watch. Gush is also on watch. As you can see, it's starting to trend up, but I want a better confirmation. The MACD is looking pretty good. The RSI is looking pretty good, but I would like a better confirmation. You guys, this is overextended as hell, so no. But it could possibly breach higher highs of above the resistance at 68.70. So that one's also on watch, but I would like to trade it. I would rather trade its inverse, DGAS, as it is closer to support and it has much more margin to cover. So this one is also on watch. I have my alerts set, as you can see. Now let's move on to the last ticker symbol we're going to talk about today. This is Tesla, and before you decide to invest in before you decide to invest in any of these tickers that I am discussing right now, I would advise you to do your own due diligence to see if there's any news that could either help or hinder this stock. So as you can see, I have multiple support and resistance points drawn, as I have traded Tesla before. Recently, there's been a bunch of news about basically just Elon fighting with his board about making the company private, and he also wants to make the Model 3 a cheaper vehicle, around starting price 30,000, and his board members don't like that, so they're fighting it out right now. But as you can see, if you skip the fundamental analysis and just look at the technical, but I would also look over the fundamental analysis too if you have time. It has a support at 300, resistance at 320, and resistance at 350, and resistance at 380. And MACD and RSI are looking pretty low. It could reverse or it could not. It does not matter if the RSI is really low or the MACD is really low. It can continue to trend down. So do not just rely on indicators. Also rely on some type of fundamental analysis once you're trading big time tickers like this, and patterns also. So let's go ahead and break it down. My plan is right here from 300 to 320. So support at 300, resistance at 320, offers 6.63%. I would like my entry to be at 300 and my exit to be 315. My stop loss will be 290, keeping it tight. What else can you keep tight? I guess my seatbelt. Yeah, keeping it tight like my seatbelt. Okay, and the total percent of margin it has to cover is 5%. So yeah, that's going to be all for the day. Go ahead and have a nice, enjoy the rest of your day. Do your own due diligence before taking a position in any of these tickers. Don't just trust me. And have a nice day. I'll see you guys later.